Hey, what's going on, everybody? I want to thank you all so much for tuning into this video. Now, this video is actually a shorter version of an actual 20-minute long conversation that I had with my buddy DeZ HD Social. This is basically just a general topic. We wanted to keep this short, but we ended up doing an extended topic. So if you want to check out the extended topic, then I'll make sure I have a link down below where you can go check it out on SoundCloud. But thank you so much for tuning into this video, and we hope you enjoy this topic. Again, it was something near and dear to our hearts, and we had a lot of fun doing it. With that being said, let's hop straight into it. Hey, what's going on, Savages? You already know who it is. It's the sweatiest Savage on the internet, your boy Mikey Savage 21, bringing you another segment of Testify Talks, the segment where I talk about any and everything. And today, myself and my guests, we're going to be talking about the misconceptions about interracial dating. And again, if you guys didn't catch my last video, I'm going to make sure I leave a link in the description, as well as at the end of the video, so you can also check that out. We talked about, is masturbation a sin, and basically been a general overview in this whole series of Testify Talks that we've been doing for the past couple of weeks are basically leading up to Good Friday. And so today, interracial dating is going to be our main topic. And I got my man DeZ HD Social here with me. What's up, DeZ?
Hey guys, I am DeZ HD Social, and I like to consider myself a free-thinking YouTube channel where I like to do videos on fashion and different social issues that are going on in our culture.
And again, today, guys, we're talking about the misconception about interracial dating. So with that being said, let's jump into the first one. And so our first one on the list is interracial couples are together for reasons other than love. And the examples I have here, are like sex, status, etc. Basically, it's saying that, let's say you have a white girl who is in a relationship with a black guy because he's better in bed, or you have a black woman who's in a relationship with a white man because of his social status. This is basically what it's talking about when it's saying that they're together for other reasons than love. Like, they might be in it just to make their parents mad, or they might be in it because they had some bad breakups. They're not really in the interracial relationship for the right reasons. So, DeZ, what do you think about this first topic, man?
Man, it's really interesting. You say that the first one, is really good, because I feel like interracial couples across the board just really aren't getting into relationships because, oh, well, this person's sex is so good, well, I want to only be with black guys. Whoever really made that comment, and whoever makes those comments, I believe that they have to have like some type of issue with interracial dating anyway. Okay? Because that's just really irrational. It's stupid. I mean, maybe like if we're talking about like 14 and 15-year-olds, I mean, even then, it's like, really? Like, nobody's running around saying, oh, well, I only want to be with this particular race of people because their sex is so good. That's ridiculous.
Right, man. I think you had it spot on when you said that's more of a teenager's perspective on interracial dating, saying that their parents have always told them that no, you shouldn't date a black guy, and vice versa for black women. Basically, they feel like, well, okay, well, I'm getting back at my parents. But, when you get older and then you really do fall in love with someone, I mean, I don't think you're just going to be like, oh, I want to fall in love today and get married to a white woman, or I want to fall in love today and get married to a white man. I don't think that's necessarily how it goes. If you don't know who you're going to fall in love with, and the person you happen to fall in love with is someone who is of the different race than you, then that shouldn't matter.
Right. Now at the same time, there may be some people out there who, they just had different preferences, Like, I just don't think that black women are out there only looking for white men because, oh, well, a white man, I know he's going to treat me better than a black guy. No, they may just prefer white men anyway,
Right, I feel you. All right, so moving on to our next point. For number 2 here, they have the same experience in public as any other couple. And now a lot of big misconception about interracial dating is saying that they don't experience the same public humiliation or public shame that other couples do, when in fact that is totally a big misconception. Just because I'm a black man and I'm holding a white girl's hand and we're walking in public, people are gonna stare, yeah, but I could be with a black woman and people are still just gonna equally stare. I mean, I don't think there's necessarily a difference in that sense. Now, again, if you're in a town that's predominantly against interracial dating, then you probably will get a couple of more stares than a couple who are of the same race, but it's still the same exact experience. Well, what do you feel about this, Des?
Interracial couples, just like you said, depending on the town that they're in, they do get a lot of looks, you know. But it also depends on what type of person you're with. Like if you're a white girl who carries herself pretty well, and you have a good reputation in your town, and then all of a sudden they see you walking around with this black guy who fits every bad stereotype of black men ever, then everybody's going to look at you weird and everybody's going to say something.
All right, guys, this is going to lead us into our last point, point number 4, and this is the main one that I think that I see a lot of, especially within the faith-based community, and a lot of people, talk about this all the time, and I've actually, heard people in the church actually ask this question, and the misconception about that Jesus is against interracial dating, and so is the Bible, and the scripture that you'll often hear people reference is 2 Corinthians 6:14. Now, I'm going to read this out, and I'm just going to kind of break this down, what it's saying, and then the way that people usually interpret it. And the scripture says, "Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, for what partnership has righteousness with lawfulness? Or what fellowship has light with darkness?" And that was the English Standard Version I just read. Now, basically breaking this down, this is basically saying, do not hang out with unbelievers. That's basically what it's saying. It's saying, do not try to be in relationships with unbelievers because, you hear people say, well, he's an atheist, I can change him and whatnot. And then at the end of the day, most times the way it plays out is they end up putting their atheistic ideas into your head and your faith ends up suffering for it. That's basically what it's saying. It's saying do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. It's not talking about interracial dating. And then the last part saying, or what has light with darkness. And a lot of people take this as meaning that light people cannot associate with dark people. And that's not what it's saying. It's saying that light and darkness, meaning, again, unbeliever, dark, light, someone who does believe. And so that's basically... It's basically exactly. They're talking about spiritually.
Yeah, they're talking about
spiritually. To be in a relationship with someone who's going to challenge you spiritually,
right,
and who has an even greater strive and love for Jesus Christ than you do. And again, that's the way people try to take it. And to me, I feel like God doesn't see color. We are all the same in His image. When He created us, He didn't say, this is a black man, this is a white man, this is an Asian man, this is a blank. No, He's saying, you are all my children. You all came from me.
Man, everything you said about that, I pretty much agree with. Religion is such a controversial topic because there's so many different faiths out there. But I pretty much stand in agreement with what you said there generally. I mean, people do take that scripture out of context. I've heard it a lot in my life, but obviously it's not meant to be taken literal, but people interpret things differently. It's talking spiritually, not literally. So yeah, I pretty much agree with you.
Well, all right, guys, that has been our video today. Again, we talked about the misconceptions about interracial dating. Let us know what you think about interracial down in the comment section below. Again, all opinions are welcome. Again, we were not trying to throw shade at any specific type of person or anybody who has a specific belief. We basically were just covering some of the misconceptions about interracial dating. And again, this was just a short 4-part. Basically, we just listed 4 things. The list could go on and on. So if you guys want us to come back and do a part 2 of this, we definitely will. Des, tell the people where they can find you at, man, on all the social media platforms.
All right, you guys can find me at DEZ HD Social pretty much anywhere. And I would like to consider myself a free-thinking YouTube channel, and I do videos on fashion, and I like to cover different social issues that are going on in our culture today.
All right, man. And again, we were talking about the misconception about interracial dating. I am Testify of Testify Talk, a.k.a. Mikey Savage 21. And again, thank you all so much for tuning in. And as I always say, make sure you keep it savage. Hope you all have a blessed day. Peace out, y'all.